Hello everyone, this presentation is for EMS411 Principle of Valuation focusing on property data collection. We will be presenting a residential property case study located at Kampung Awet Besut, Terengganu, covering its description, market analysis and factor affecting its value. The purpose of this presentation is to show the importance of property data collection in the property valuation process. Before we start our presentation, let me introduce my team member, which is Nur Idina Sofirna, Ifatun Najiha, Nur Afika, Nur Ardiana, Muhammad Daniel, and me, Nur Shafiqa binti Zulkifli. Now, let's pass to the first presenter, Ifatun.
For this presentation, I will start our presentation with introduction. First, property refers to the legal right of a land and building, as well as the asset themselves. Property valuation is the process of estimating a property's market value by a professional value, taking into account factors such as location, size, condition, legal status, and current market trends. Accurate valuation relies on systematic data collection. These include information about the property's dimension, interior and exterior condition, number of rooms, structural issues, and legal documents such as land title, zoning details, and building plans. Market data, comparable properties including recent sales and rental rate, is also analyzed to identify trends and support valuation. So, for this assignment, the subject property is a single-story detached bungalow with traditional Malaysian design, located at Lot 359 Kampung Awet Darau, Besut in Terengganu. The property is freehold, allowing permanent ownership of the land and building, and is typical of rural Malaysian residential areas.
Alright, now we will discuss the description of the property, the particulars title, and the interior of the house. The subject property is a freehold rural residential house located in Kampung Awet, Mukim Pasir Akar, Besut, Terengganu. The area is mainly surrounded by scattered village house and agricultural land. It is approximately 8 km from Bandar Jeti, with travelling time of about 10 to 50 minutes via the Jeti to Pasir Akar Road. The land has a triangular shape with a registered area of about 366 square feet and is classified for residential use. The house is built on flat land with paddy field on the left side and an irrigation canal in front, supporting surrounding agriculture activities. Okay, so next for the particular, according to the extract obtained from the Land Titles Registry of Mukim Pasir Akar date by 27 May 1992, the subject property is held under title number 1616, lot number 3056, situated in Mukim Pasir Akar district of Besut, state of Terengganu. The land is held under freehold tenure and is classified under the category of land used for residential building. The annual land rent payable is 50 ringgit. Okay, so for the interior of the house comprises 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 toilet, a living room, and a kitchen. It features a timber structure with masonry works at the kitchen and reflect traditional Malay house structures. Minor renovations have been carried out, including the replacement of timber walls with cement boards. The main floor are timber, while the kitchen and sanitary areas are cemented. Despite its rural setting, the property is conveniently located near basic amenities such as school, a mosque school, and healthcare facilities. It is also surrounded by natural attractions such as verified hills and nearby recreational areas. Overall, the property offers a peaceful environment with reasonable accessibility to essential facilities.
So now we move to the market value. For the first graph, the graph illustrates the median market value of residential properties in Pasir Akar, Terengganu over the period from February 2023 to March 2024. Overall, the market value shows a fluctuating trend indicating short-term volatility but with a moderate upward long-term movement as reflected by the green trend line. In the early part of 2023, the median price remained relatively stable, ranging between 400k and 450k, suggesting consistent demand and balanced market conditions. A noticeable decline in May 2023 may indicate seasonal factors, reduced transaction volume, or buyer caution due to economic conditions such as interest rate changes. From June to October 2023, the market experienced a gradual recovery and peak, with the highest median price recorded around October 2023. However, a sharp drop in November 2023 is observed, which could be attributed to the temporary market corrections, fewer transactions, or year-end market slowdown. Despite this decline, the market rebounded in December 2023, showing resilience in property demand. Entering 2024, prices stabilized within the 350k until 420k range, and by March 2024, the median price shows an upward movement again. The overall upward trend line indicates that, despite short-term fluctuations, the market value of residential properties in Pasir Akar is gradually appreciating. For this next graph, market value measure in PSF is an important indicator as it reflects the value of property relative to its size and allows for consistent comparison over time. So overall, the median PSF demonstrates a fluctuating pattern throughout the period, indicating short-term market volatility. In the first half of 2023, the PSF increased steadily from approximately 65 ringgit per square feet in February to a peak of nearly 95 ringgit per square feet around July 2023. This upward movement suggests an improvement in buyer demand and perceived value of residential properties during that period. A decline is observed between August and September 2023, followed by a sharp increase in October 2023, where the PSF again reached close to 95 ringgit per square feet. This fluctuation may be influenced by the transaction timing, limited supply of comparable properties, or changes in buyer preference for landed residential units. In November 2023, the graph shows a significant drop in PSF to approximately 35 ringgit per square feet, indicating a temporary market correction or reduced transaction activity. Possibly due to year-end market slowdown, despite this decline, the market recovered in December 2023, reflecting renewed buyer interest. Entering 2024, the PSF remained relatively stable, ranging between 55 ringgit and 75 ringgit per square feet. The green trend line shows a slight downward trend, suggesting that while prices fluctuate, the overall market value per square feet has remained generally stable with mild softening over time. We move further to the market trends. Okay, for the market trend graph illustrates the movement of median property prices for Terengganu and Pasir Aka in March 2024. The purpose of this graph is to compare how property values differ between the two locations and to identify the overall market directions. From the graph, it is evident that Terengganu records a higher median price at approximately 470k, while Pasir Aka shows a lower median price around 400k. This difference indicates that the property market in Terengganu is stronger and more established compared to Pasir Aka. On the other hand, Pasir Aka demonstrates a more stable but slower market trend. The lower median price indicates affordability and potentially lower demand, which is common in less developed or semi-rural areas. In conclusion, the market trend graph shows that Terengganu is experiencing a healthier and more active property market, whereas Pasir Aka reflects a modest and stable market trend. This comparison highlights how location and development level significantly influence property market performance. So, for the second graph, the graph presents the median price per square feet for residential properties in Terengganu and Pasir Aka for March 2024. The vertical axis represents the median price per square feet, while the horizontal axis shows the time period, month. Based on the graph, Terengganu records a significantly higher median per square feet at approximately 78 ringgit to 80 ringgit per square feet, compared to Pasir Aka, which shows a lower median per square feet of around 52 ringgit per square feet. This clear difference indicates contrasting market trends between the two locations. The higher per square feet in Terengganu reflects a stronger and more competitive property market, where land value is higher and demand for residential properties is relatively strong. This trend is commonly associated with better infrastructure, urban development, improved accessibility, and proximity to amenities such as schools, commercial centers, and transportation networks. Overall, the market trend shown in the graph indicates that Terengganu is experiencing higher land and property value appreciation, while Pasir Aka maintains a steady but a modest market performance. This comparison highlights how location and level of development influence price efficiency and market strength in the residential property sector. So, for the last part, for my part, it is rental prices. So, this is the range price for the market rental price for the similar property as lot 359. So it is cost between 900 ringgit to 1,000 monthly.
Next, I will discuss about the factors that affect the property value. The first one is economic growth. As we know, lot 359 Kampung Awit Darau is located in a rural area that has experienced gradual economic growth over recent years. The main economic activity in this area include agricultural activity, small businesses, and public sector employment. This activity helped increase the resident income level and boost the demand for land and housing in the Besut district. As economic conditions improve, people have greater purchasing power, which lead to higher demand for properties. When demand increases, property and land value also rise, especially in the area with future development potential. In addition, economic growth encourages infrastructure and facility development, further enhancing the value of the area. In conclusion, economic growth has a positive impact on the value of lot 359 Kampung Awit Darau, making it an important factor affecting the property value. The next factor is improved accessibility. Improved accessibility is a key factor affecting the value of lot 359 Kampung Awit Darau. The property is well connected to Jertih town, making it easy for residents to travel for work, school, and buying daily needs. For example, Pasar Jertih is only 12 minutes away by car. The easy access reduces travel time and transportation costs, attract more buyers, and increase property demand. It also supports local economic activities like small businesses and agricultural distribution by allowing goods to reach market efficiently. To To conclude, better accessibility boosts both the usability and market value of the property, leading to stronger demand and long-term growth. Next, I will pass to the next presenter, Afika, to present other factors that affect the property value.
Next, I will talk about the proximity to amenities in Kampung Awek, Jambi, Terengganu. Kampung Awek is well supported by various local facilities, including educational institutions such as SK Jambi and SMK Jambi. Healthcare services are also easily accessible with Jambi Health Clinic and Jete Hospital located nearby. In addition, residents have a convenient access to shopping areas such as Pasar Besar Jete and supermarket. Public transportation service, including bus station and school buses, further improve connectivity within or outside the village. Kampung Awek also benefit from its closeness to popular tourism attraction such as Kuala Besut Jetty and Pulau Perhentian. This destination not only support tourist activities but also create employment and business opportunity for local residents. Because of these facilities, along with job opportunities and the village strategic location, Kampung Awek attract families and workers, which is increase the demand for housing and rental properties. In conclusion, with ongoing infrastructure development and future projects, Kampung Awek is not only a comfortable place to live but also has a strong potential for long-term growth and property investment. Next, I will explain about population growth and housing demand in Kampung Awek. First, in terms of population growth, Kampung Awek has experienced a continuous increase in population. This growth is mainly due to natural birth, migration from urban areas, and the formation of new households. This factor contributes a steady rise in the number of residents. Secondly, housing demand has also increased. Smaller household size mean that more housing units are needed, which lead to higher demand for houses and an increase in property values in the area. In addition, jobs and business opportunity plays an important role. The presence of shops, restaurants, homestay and public sector employ attract people to live near Kampung Awek. Furthermore, the availability of infrastructure and amenities such as school, clinics, transportation and shopping areas make the village more convenient and attractive for residents. Tourism also has a significant impact. The close proximity of Kampung Awek to Kuala Besut Jetty and Pulau Perhentian creates more job opportunities and support the growth of tourism-related business. In conclusion, high housing demand and strategic location and ongoing development make Kampung Awek suitable for future property investment.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Dina bin Zaidi. Today I'm going to presenting you guys on another factors, which is 4.5 legal and regulatory. Legal and regulatory factors affect property value through ownership security and permitted land use, which include freehold tenure. For example, on freehold tenure is lot 359 Kampung Awek Darau is a freehold property providing permanent ownership and high buyer confidence following the residential zoning. The land is legally designated for residential use only, allowing lawful occupation without land use conversion, which provide clear title. Next, the land is no registered charge on the land title, indicating no legal encumbrances and disputes, which will impact on future value. These factors enhance security, marketability, and long-term property value. The last factor is 4.6 market condition. Market condition reflects supply and demand, pricing levels, and buyer sentiment, which provides stable rural market. For example, the property market in Kampung Awek Besut is stable with gradual growth, typical of rural residential areas, which provide affordable price range. And the property is nearby residential transaction range between 40,000 to 65,000 with a median price of about 52,500. Steady housing demand. Demand is driven by local residents, population growth, and the need for affordable housing that may has future potential. The infrastructure improvement and projects such as the SRL improve long-term market confidence that will impact on future value. Current conditions support stable property with potential for gradual appreciation. Thank you.
In conclusion, Kampung Awek Darau in Besut Terengganu shows good potential for future development. Land in this area is freehold and relatively affordable with a median price of RM1 per square foot and transaction values ranging from 40,000 to 65,000. This reflects the rural character of the area with limited infrastructure and low population density, but it also creates opportunities for investors to acquire larger plots at a lower cost. From a valuation perspective, the area is most suitable for low density and community-oriented development. Potential projects include residential housing, homestay, agro-tourism activities, and small commercial service like local shop and cafes, which can support both residents and visitors. Overall, Kampung Awek offers moderate but to tangible long-term investment potential. Future value appreciation depends on improvement in accessibility, infrastructures, and growth in business, tourism, and agricultural sectors. By planning development carefully and in phases, investors can achieve sustainable and profitable outcomes in this area. We also conclude the attachment of data collection, which have a copy of the land title, zoning, or location plan and floor plan.
That's all from us. Thank you.